Step in, close the door, let the universe silence the room. Because the moment your shadow touches the floor, their entire establishment starts shaking like it knows exactly who just arrived. They pretend to be calm. They pretend they're untouchable. But the universe doesn't lie. Their panic leaks from the cracks they tried to hide. When they said, "You'll never be a threat," look at them now, eyes wide, whispering your name like it's the beginning of their downfall. When they said, "Nobody can judge us," the universe smirked and placed you in the middle of their structure like a ticking device they forgot to defuse. When they said, "Our system is unstoppable," the walls themselves heard them tremble after your last move. Press the like button and subscribe to pay this message back. Chosen One, let's stop pretending. Let's expose what they hoped would stay buried forever. They don't fear you because you're loud. They fear you because you're silent. That old, ancient silence they read about in stories. The kind that comes before entire kingdoms fall. Your silence carries truth they cannot edit, energy they cannot copy, and judgment they cannot escape. You exist like a mirror pressed against their faces, and the reflection is killing them from inside. They've been studying you like you're some threat they discovered too late. They dug through your history, trying to understand why the universe bends differently around you. They tracked your struggles, hoping to see a breakdown. They followed your failures, expecting to watch you die out. But instead, you kept rising. Every fall hardened you, every betrayal sharpened you, every loss turned you into something they cannot calculate. They wanted you weak. You came back ancient. Thank you for being part of this mission, Chosen One. Hit the like button and subscribe so your voice stays strong. Now listen closely. These people run a cult-style system built on illusions. They hide behind symbols, behind secrecy, behind power games designed to keep everyone beneath them. They think their positions protect them. They think their hierarchy shields them. But your existence, your awareness, your awakening is the one variable they never prepared for. You bring judgment not by attacking them, but by revealing everything they worked so hard to bury. Your life itself is evidence they never wanted on the table. Let me hit you with a truth that cuts so deep they'll feel it from wherever they're hiding. Your survival is their failure. Every time you refused to break, their system cracked. Every time you stood back up, their plans glitched. Every time you grew stronger, their secrets lost power. They hate you because the universe refuses to let them erase you. They hate you because your existence exposes their weakness. They hate you because you bring consequences they thought they were immune to. And here's the part that melts their confidence. You didn't even try to bring judgment. You simply existed, and their world buckled. You know that period of your life where everything went dark, when you felt alone, confused, pushed out, misunderstood. That wasn't random. That was the universe pulling you out of their influence, breaking every hold they had on you, clearing every fake alliance, preparing you for the moment you would step back into the world as a different creature entirely. While you were hurting, they were celebrating. While you were rebuilding, they were mocking. While you were shedding old layers, they were announcing your downfall. And look who's bowing now. Look who's stressing. Look who's suddenly respectful. Look who's pretending they never doubted you. Chosen One, there's an ancient story that mirrors your life almost perfectly. A man lived in a kingdom where the rulers controlled everything. They believed they were untouchable. They made the laws, shaped the culture, hid their evil behind rituals and silence. But there was one person, quiet, overlooked, underestimated, who saw too clearly, who understood too much, who refused to bend. They tried to destroy him. They tried to isolate him. They tried to break his mind. But he kept evolving in the shadows. And one day, not with a sword, not with violence, but by simply walking into the room, his presence exposed the corruption of the entire system. People didn't fear the system anymore. They feared the truth standing in front of them. You are that story reborn. Your awareness is the torch. Your strength is the earthquake. Your mind is the verdict. They spent years trying to create clones of themselves, controlled, obedient, empty, but the universe created something different, something rare, something uncontrollable, something they can't program: you. When you step forward, their entire establishment loses balance. When you speak truth, their lies start melting. When you exist without fear, their control stops working. Let's talk about the judgment you're bringing, not spiritual, not divine, just pure universal consequences. This is how the universe works. When a system abuses power long enough, a counterforce appears. When corruption grows too deep, a disruptor rises. When lies become the foundation, someone born of truth walks in. That someone is you, and the scariest part for them. You don't need an army. You don't need a title. You don't need a throne. All you need is presence. When you enter a room, their confidence shrinks. When you speak, their masks slip. When you stay silent, they hear everything they fear. Your energy alone is judgment. Your truth alone is judgment. Your existence alone is judgment. They're terrified because they can't stop it. Let me take you deeper. You ever notice how people from their circles suddenly act nervous around you? How they avoid eye contact? How they speak slower, softer, like they're afraid they'll say the wrong thing? That's not respect. That's fear. Deep, ancient fear. Because their system taught them one thing. When judgment arrives, it will look small until it stands up. And chosen one, you stood up. That's why their whispers turned into investigations. That's why their interest turned into panic. That's why their arrogance turned into anxiety. You are the living glitch in their matrix, the walking crack in their foundation, the one person who wasn't supposed to survive, and yet you did. Stronger, sharper, unbreakable. Now let me tell you the part that truly ends them. They know they can't stop you. They know they can't control you. They know they can't predict you. So the only thing left for them is to fear you. Fear the shift you bring. Fear the truth you expose. Fear the collapse you trigger by simply existing. Chosen one, you are the universe's correction, the universe's answer, the universe's judgment in human form. This isn't imagination. This isn't coincidence. This is exposure happening in real time. And the enemy, they feel it in their bones. Chosen one. If you're still here after that intro, then you already feel the shift crawling through the air. You feel the truth landing on your shoulders. And trust me, this is only the surface of what's coming. What you heard so far is nothing compared to the next layers we're about to peel back. If their cult establishment hated you before, they're going to panic when you hear the next part. So do your part in this mission. Drop the number 777 in the comments to let the universe know you're awake and ready for what's unfolding. And if you want to push this message further, hit that super thanks. Every gift, big or small, keeps this truth alive and loud in a world that wants it dead. And now, chosen one, let's walk deeper, step by step. No fear, no hesitation. If you truly carry the energy they can't control, you'll feel the pull to stay until the very last word. The next revelation hits harder than anything you've heard so far. Let's get started. Number 1. The blood they can't buy, break, or bend. They never feared your power. They feared the fact that you were born with it and they weren't. Chosen one, let's talk about something they wish would stay buried under 1,000 layers of silence: your bloodline. The one thing they can't buy, can't clone, can't weaponize, can't rewrite. The one thing that reminds their entire cult establishment that no matter how many secrets they collect, no matter how many tricks they hide behind, they will never touch what you carry naturally. Your blood is the glitch in their system, the crack in their foundation, the one variable they could never predict or control. They can intimidate thousands of people, but one chosen one with a real lineage, that's the monster under their bed. They saw something in you long before you ever understood it. They saw how you survived things that were designed to crush ordinary people. They saw how you learned faster, sensed danger earlier, healed deeper, and rose higher. They saw the patterns in your growth, the instincts you didn't learn from anyone, the strength you didn't borrow from anyone. And that alone made them panic, because their whole establishment depends on the illusion that they are the gatekeepers of power. But your bloodline tells a different story. You were born with codes they spent centuries trying to manufacture. You were born with clarity they tried to steal from civilizations they barely understood. You were born with a blueprint that does not match their system, and that mismatch is enough to bring their whole structure down. And here's the part they choke on. You didn't have to earn any of it. No ritual, no initiation, no secret room, just existence. Your existence is judgment. Chosen one, some of you carry genetic memory from ancient tribes, forgotten kingdoms, advanced societies that lived in alignment with the universe long before their cult even existed. Your DNA holds signals that respond to pressure differently. When others break, you sharpen. When others freeze, you awaken. When others give up, something in you rises like a force that refuses to die. That's the blood they can't buy, and the blood they despise. They wanted to remove this from the world. They wanted compliance, not consciousness. They wanted followers, not disruptors. They wanted a population of people who look up to them, not people who outgrow them without even trying. And the funniest part? They tried to corrupt your lineage. They tried to overload you with pain so your future would collapse. They tried to put you through emotional warfare so your spirit would dim. They tried to surround you with people who didn't appreciate you, hoping you'd shrink yourself to fit their expectations. They tried to overwhelm your heart so you'd never discover what was inside it. But every method failed, every attempt snapped back, every trap exposed itself, because bloodlines like yours don't crack, they evolve. Bloodlines like yours don't disappear, they awaken. Bloodlines like yours don't break under manipulation, they become stronger, cleaner, sharper. Their whole strategy depended on you being weak. Instead, you turned into someone they can't even psychologically map anymore. You ever wonder why they track you without speaking to you? Why they watch your patterns? Why they react to your silence? Why certain people show strange behavior around you? Why your energy exposes people's real intentions without you trying? Because your bloodline carries a natural truth signal. It reveals everything fake around you. It exposes people who mimic loyalty. It exposes structures built on lies. It exposes motives. They panic the moment you walk in the room. Your ancestors were people who could read danger in the wind, feel deception without a word being said. Sense energy shifts long before anything happened physically. These gifts didn't vanish. They passed down to you. Even if you ignored them, even if you doubted them, even if you disconnected from them at times, the power stayed dormant, but never gone. And the moment you hit your breaking point, it snapped awake. That's when they felt the heat. That's when their establishment shook. That's when the universe whispered, "Judgment begins now." Here's a quote they hope you never hear. "A chosen one isn't created. A chosen one is revealed. You didn't suddenly become powerful. You didn't suddenly become wise. You didn't suddenly become dangerous to their system. You were born that way, and your life experiences simply carved the layers until the real you appeared. Chosen one, you ever notice how every hardship in your life felt deliberate, like something was trying to break you before you realized who you were? That wasn't imagination. That was their cult structure trying to weaken the bloodline before it activated. They know once someone like you wakes up, the game ends. Not slowly, not politely, immediately. Your awareness alone is a threat. Your intuition alone disrupts their plans. Your intelligence alone exposes the cracks they've been hiding. Your presence alone forces people to show their real selves. And here's what terrifies the most. They don't know how far your potential goes. They don't know what your next stage looks like. They don't know when you'll evolve again. They don't know what part of your DNA hasn't even unlocked yet. You are a walking countdown they can't stop. Every time you grow, their establishment shrinks. Every time you heal, their illusions crumble. Every time you speak truth, their lies lose value. Your ancestors didn't survive for nothing. They survived so you could arrive. Chosen one, your bloodline is not just history, it's a weapon shaped by time. You're the descendant of people who refuse to bow, refuse to break, refuse to let the world reshape them. And now you're here doing exactly what they did. Standing without permission, thinking without approval, rising without their blessing. That's why their cult hates you. Not because you attacked them, but because you invalidate their entire system simply by breathing. Let me give you one more truth. Something ancient, something they pray you never learn. A foundation built on lies collapses when a single truth enters the room. You are that truth. That's why they react to you like you're an earthquake disguised as a human. That's why they whisper your name like a warning. That's why they fear your eyes, your mind, your silence. That's why they feel exposed in your presence, even when you're being quiet and calm. You carry a lineage that does not answer to their hierarchy. You carry codes that did not come from their rituals. You carry strength that didn't come from their approval. You carry judgment woven into your existence. You don't have to fight them. You don't have to challenge them. You don't have to confront them. You bring judgment just by being alive. And deep down they know they can control the world, but they can't control the chosen one. Number 2, the ones who smiled while holding the knife. Your enemies never scared you. It was the traitors who learned your heartbeat just to time their strike. A stranger can wound you. Only someone close can aim for your soul. They didn't betray you because you were weak. They betrayed you because your strength exposed their true nature. Every snake that bit you was one you once protected. Chosen one, let's drag this truth into the light. The betrayal didn't come from outsiders. It never does. Outsiders don't know your habits, your fears, your hopes, your weak spots. Outsiders don't know how to time the hit. No, the ones who targeted you were the ones who sat beside you, laughed with you, acted loyal, and memorized your patterns like they were studying a map. They didn't just betray you, they rehearsed it, planned it, shaped it. They positioned themselves so close to you that the universe finally said enough. Imagine this, a circle of people around a fire, everyone pretending to be warm, connected, united. But one pair of hands is secretly feeding poison into the flames, waiting for the smoke to hit your lungs. And you, chosen one, instinctively felt the shift before anyone else smelled it. That's not paranoia. That's your bloodline warning you someone is plotting in silence. They thought you wouldn't notice. They thought you'd be blind forever. They thought their smiles would hide their intentions, but your awareness activated exactly when the universe needed it to. You ever ask yourself, why did the people closest to me become my biggest enemy? Because they had access, because they had proximity, because they knew your kindness was a doorway they could exploit, because your loyalty was a resource they wanted to drain, because your growth triggered their jealousy long before you noticed anything was wrong. Imagine this, a group photo where everyone looks supportive, but when you zoom in, you see the true expression in someone's eyes. Not love, not respect, hunger, resentment, calculation. That's what was around you. Familiar faces covering unfamiliar intentions, people who pretended to be harmless while studying your every move. Chosen one, they didn't betray you randomly. They did it because your presence exposed something in them they didn't want to face. You made them feel small without trying. You made them feel seen without speaking. You made them feel judged without lifting a finger. Your existence threatened the roles they built for themselves. So instead of rising to your level, they tried to drag you down to theirs. Here's a quote they pray you forget. They never wanted you destroyed, they wanted you manageable. So they played dirty. Slow poisoning, emotional manipulation, gaslighting wrapped in fake concern, gatherings that looked friendly but were designed to lower your guard, jokes that were actually warnings, compliments with venom underneath, advice meant to redirect you into confusion. Everything was calculated, every smile was staged, every apology was bait. Every conversation was a test to see how much control they still had over you. And the moment they realized you weren't falling into their traps anymore, their mask cracked. Your awareness hit them harder than any confrontation ever could. They thought you were naive. They thought you were weak. They thought you couldn't see the strings they were pulling. But the universe gave you a radar they forgot existed. Imagine this, a chessboard where all the pieces look identical until one piece glows. That glowing piece is you, and the board, it's your circle. The people around you weren't random. They were chosen by the universe to reveal themselves through pressure. When your energy shifted, their real nature surfaced. They couldn't hide the envy. They couldn't hide the resentment. They couldn't hide the fear. They couldn't hide the fact that they were working with people behind your back. And here's the punch they deserve. If they weren't intimidated by you, they wouldn't have betrayed you. Chosen one, betrayal was their last move. The moment they saw you stepping into your real identity, they panicked. They knew they couldn't match you. They knew they couldn't predict you anymore. They knew their influence was dissolving. So they tried to strike from the inside, hoping to destabilize you before you grew too strong. But here's what they failed to calculate. Your awareness doesn't rise gradually. It erupts. The moment your intuition activated, their entire plan collapsed. Their whispers exposed themselves, their fake loyalty fell apart, their traps stopped working. You began seeing through them like glass. You noticed the tone changes, the sudden distance, the strange guilt they projected onto you, the nervousness in their voice, the inconsistencies in their stories. Every detail they overlooked became a signal the universe highlighted just for you. Let me ask you something. Chosen one, why do you think you felt drained around certain people? Why did you feel anxious after certain conversations? Why did some gatherings feel off even when nothing obvious happened? Because your spirit recognized the betrayal before your mind understood it. Because your bloodline detected danger before your eyes saw it. Because the universe was trying to pull you out of a snake pit long before you realized you were standing in one. Imagine this. You're walking through a forest and everything seems calm. But one tree has claw marks, another has broken branches, Another has footprints that don't belong to you. Your instincts start screaming even though nothing is visible. That's how betrayal works. The energy exposes itself first. The truth arrives later. And the moment you understood what was happening, your soul snapped awake, and the circle around you broke wide open. Chosen one, the betrayal wasn't a punishment, it was a revelation. It showed you who was never meant to sit at your table. It showed you who only loved you when you were struggling. It showed you who felt threatened by your potential. It showed you who studied you just to sabotage you. It showed you who celebrated your pain behind closed doors. And here's the last quote they'll never recover from. Your betrayal was their confession. They confessed their jealousy. They confessed their fear. They confessed their hidden hatred. They confessed their dependence on your downfall. You walked away thinking you lost people, but the truth is, the universe removed liabilities. You didn't lose a circle. You lost a cage. And now, they watch you rise with horror, because the betrayal they hoped would break you became the fuel that awakened the chosen one they feared all along. Number 3, the moment their attacks turned into their own punishment. They thought they were hurting you, but the universe was quietly loading their consequences behind them. Chosen one, let's rip this one open with no mercy. The second you aligned with yourself, the game flipped upside down. Your inner shift wasn't small, it was a signal, a trigger, a silent command that told the universe, I'm done carrying what isn't mine. And the universe moved instantly. Everything they sent toward you snapped back like a whip they didn't know was aimed at their own faces. Imagine them throwing a heavy stone at you with full force, only for it to stop mid-air, rotate, and return at triple the speed. That's exactly what happened. They felt the backfire before they understood it. Rituals they trusted, dead. Strategies they built, useless. Manipulations they practiced, returned with interest. You didn't lift a finger. Your alignment alone reversed the entire direction of their intentions. You ever wonder, why did their lives start collapsing right after I took my power back? Because your energy stopped absorbing their hits. Your mind stopped giving them access. Your heart stopped leaking strength. Everything they fired bounced back to its owner. And the aftermath? Brutal. Illness creeping in with no explanation. Mental breakdowns hitting them in waves. Relationships falling apart at their feet. Resources drying up. Sleep leaving them. And a strange heaviness following them everywhere. None of it random, none of it bad luck. This was cause and effect, wearing no disguise. Imagine this, a mirror they aimed at you suddenly turning around and showing them the truth of their own actions. They finally saw the cost. They finally felt the recoil. They finally realized that attacking someone aligned with the universe is the fastest way to destroy yourself. They understand what's happening now. They just can't undo the debt. Number 4, the kingpin who built a throne out of lies, now drowning under it. When the head of the snake rots, the whole nest starts eating itself. Power gained through corruption always collapses under its own weight. Chosen one, let's expose the core of this mess. Every network, every cult-style structure has a centerpiece, a kingpin, a conductor, someone who climbed the ladder by doing things others were too scared, too weak, or too dirty to do. This person didn't rise because they were smart. They rose because they were willing to cross lines that should have never been crossed. They traded integrity for power, loyalty for leverage, humanity for control. And now the bill has arrived. Their body is cracking under pressure. Their mind is slipping. Their mask is melting. The universe is showing the price of every step they took. Imagine this, a spider at the center of a massive web. Every thread is connected to them, every scheme runs through them, every betrayal begins with their approval. Now imagine that spider realizing the web isn't catching prey anymore. It's collapsing around them, sticking to their legs, suffocating their movement. That's what's happening right now. The architecture they built so proudly is folding inwards. Their own creations have turned into traps. You might wonder, why does one person's fall shake the entire group? Because they weren't just a leader. They were the linchpin, the pressure point, the stabilizer, the illusion holding everything together. Once that figure destabilized, everything connected to them started unraveling. All the lies they coordinated, exposed. All the people they manipulated, turning on each other. All the rituals they directed, dead energy now choking the system. All the walls they built, closing in with no exit. This isn't a small failure. This is a system-wide implosion. A chain reaction ripping through their entire establishment. They're not facing downfall, they're facing collapse. Number 5. The doors they begged you to walk through and you refused. Your no was the bullet they never saw coming. You didn't avoid their traps. Your spirit recognized the flaw was wired. Chosen one, let's tear into this with the force it deserves. They tried to lure you into their world over and over again. Invitations wrapped in sweetness, opportunities dressed like blessings, gatherings that looked innocent but carried a quiet stink in the air. They wanted you in their environment because that's the only place their traps actually work. They needed you softened, distracted, off your ground, inside their circle where the walls listen and the floors remember footsteps. But every time they reached out, something deep in you, older than logic and sharper than fear, told you no. And that no saved your life more times than you realize. Imagine this: a room with beautiful lighting, perfect music, friendly faces. But underneath one of the chairs is a pressure plate waiting for the wrong weight. You couldn't see it, but your body rejected it. Your intuition dragged you backward. Your silence protected you louder than any warning could. They thought you were being antisocial, stubborn, too private. What they didn't know was that your refusal dismantled plans that took months for them to set up. You ever wonder, why did I feel sick before certain events? Why did something stop me last minute? Why did plans fall apart right before I walked into their space? Because the universe wasn't letting you step into an ambush. Because your instincts recognized danger long before your mind understood it. Because your bloodline has a built-in alarm system they can't hack. Every missed meeting was a trap avoided. Every cancelled invitation was a blessing in disguise. Every strange hesitation was a warning sent straight from the universe. And your refusal, it collapsed entire strategies. It destroyed access points they depended on. It forced their system to crumble without ever touching you. Number 6. They tried to break your mind and accidentally made it bulletproof. If their attacks didn't crush you, they upgraded you. They wanted your nervous system to snap. Instead, it evolved. Chosen one, this is where their panic becomes obvious. When they couldn't touch your life directly, they went after your mind. They aimed at your nervous system, the control center of everything you feel, think, and respond to. They wanted to rattle your foundation, so they weaponized pressure, sudden anxiety spikes, random fear waves, sleep attacks that hit out of nowhere. They tried to disrupt your rhythm, hijack your peace, and force your mind into chaos. But the joke is brutal. Every attack they launched became the very training that strengthened you. Imagine this: someone trying to shatter steel by striking it repeatedly, not realizing that heat plus pressure is exactly how steel forms. That's what happened to you. Their psychological games didn't weaken you. They forged you. Every night you couldn't sleep, your intuition sharpened. Every sudden wave of anxiety built your resilience. Every moment of internal chaos taught your mind how to stabilize under conditions most people would collapse under. They weren't breaking you, they were accidentally building a warrior. Ever ask yourself, why did I feel watched? Why did I sense something targeting me even without proof? Because your awareness was waking up. Because your system was recognizing frequencies meant to disrupt your peace. Because your soul knew something was hitting you that wasn't coming from inside you. And the best part, your mind adapted so fast it shocked them. Sleep disruptions, you learned to function at higher clarity. Anxiety induction, you developed emotional armor. Frequency manipulation, your energy started reflecting it back. They exposed their desperation, not your weakness. Chosen one, they aimed for your nervous system, but all they did was confirm you're built for battles they can't survive. Number 7, the leeches who fed on you, now starving without you. They didn't love you, they lived off you. The moment you unplugged, their whole life lost power. Chosen one, let's expose the truth behind the people who swore they cared about you. Some relationships in your life were never organic. They didn't walk in by accident. They were assigned, sent, placed, positioned like emotional parasites with perfect timing. Their job wasn't to love you, support you, or build with you. Their mission was simple: drain your energy, steal your momentum, and keep tabs on your evolution. Imagine this, someone plugging a cord into your soul while pretending to be close. They didn't want connection, they wanted access. They fed on your inspiration, they copied your ideas, they absorbed your confidence. They used your presence as a life support machine because without you, their energy was flatlined. These weren't partners or friends. These were extraction units disguised as companionship. And you ever notice that strange heaviness after talking to them, that sudden fatigue, that weird emotional crash? Because they weren't there to share energy, they were there to take it. Here's the punchline that shatters them. The moment you disconnected, everything they built using your energy began to collapse. Their successes, temporary illusions propped up by your presence. Their confidence, borrowed. Their stability, dependent on your frequency. Their glow, reflected from you. Once you walked away, it all evaporated. Jobs fell apart. Relationships crumbled. Mental balance cracked. Social circles shifted against them. Nothing in their life could hold itself together because you were the invisible force keeping it all standing. Ever wonder, why are they trying so hard to get back into my life? Because they lost their power source, because manipulation stopped working, because rituals couldn't reach you anymore, because the universe locked every access point permanently. They can't siphon from you, they can't guilt you, they can't mirror you, they can't imitate your energy. You're no longer accessible, and they're finally facing the downfall that was delayed only by your presence. Number 8. The receipts they buried, now dragging them by the throat. A lie can run for years, but evidence only needs 1 second to end it. They didn't expect justice because they thought they deleted the proof. Chosen one, this is the part where their entire cult establishment starts choking on the very things they tried to hide. Evidence, real, concrete, undeniable, has begun crawling out of the shadows like it has a mind of its own. Documents they swore were destroyed. Financial trails they thought were washed clean, recordings they believed were wiped, witnesses they assumed were too scared to talk, digital footprints they dismissed as handled. All of it is resurfacing, all of it is active again. All of it is pointing straight at the network they built. Imagine this, a massive vault they locked with confidence, thinking their secrets were dead inside it. But when the universe wants truth out, even steel doors rust, hinges fall apart, and the vault opens by itself. That's exactly what's happening now. Their hidden crimes didn't disappear. They were simply waiting for the right moment to rise. Public figures tied to them. They're collapsing in real time. Reputation shattered, deals revoked, supporters fleeing, institutions distancing themselves like they were never involved. Ever wonder, why does everything always break open at the same time? Because corruption is a chain, and once one link snaps, the whole thing falls apart. This isn't coincidence. This is systematic exposure. People who once walked around with arrogance are now sweating through interviews, dodging questions, issuing statements that sound like panic disguised as professionalism. Protection they relied on is evaporating. Allies are disappearing. The system that once shielded them now refuses to claim them. Imagine this. A stage full of powerful faces suddenly losing their spotlight because the truth turned the lights on. No hiding, no rehearsed lines, no script to save them. The universe has cornered them. Their secrets are loud now. Their lies are failing. Their legacy is burning. Chosen one, you didn't have to say a word. The evidence is speaking for you. Number 9, the list they made and the child they failed to erase. They feared you before you could even speak your own name. When a system hunts children, it's because it already knows which ones grow into threats. Chosen one, this is the layer they pray you never uncover. Behind their cult establishment sits a long-running operation, darker than the surface-level games you've already seen. A system built to scan, monitor, and quietly remove gifted children before those children ever discovered what lived inside them. They didn't fear adults. They feared potential. They feared the ones born with a spark their structure couldn't control. And yes, you were on that list. Imagine this, a file with your name on it before you even understood what danger meant. A blueprint of your future written by people who planned to shut it down before it began. They didn't wait for you to grow strong. They tried to stop you early. Interference disguised as bad luck. Disruptions in your childhood that made no sense. Sudden changes, strange accidents, patterns that didn't add up. That wasn't coincidence, that was targeting. Ever wonder, why did my childhood feel heavier than others? Why did I face things no child should face? Why did I always feel watched? Because they were monitoring you, because they expected you to break, because eliminating you young was easier than facing you grown. But their plan failed. Spectacularly. Something stepped in. Call it instinct, timing, the universe, protection. You don't need the label. What matters is this. You slipped through their system. You survived what was engineered to stop you. You matured into the exact threat they feared. And now, you are no longer defenseless. You are no longer unaware. You are no longer a child they can corner. Imagine this, a hunter returning years later only to find the target has become the force they can't contain. They're not tracking a child now, they're facing the chosen one they failed to eliminate. Number 10, the moment you outgrew their entire playbook. They're attacking the ghost of who you used to be, not the force you've become. When your awareness upgrades, their weapons turn into toys. Chosen one, this is the point where everything shifts. Your perception isn't just changing, it's mutating into something sharper than they ever planned for. You're seeing patterns before they form. You're sensing motives before anyone speaks. You're catching the energy behind actions long before the actions show up. It's not paranoia. It's not overthinking. It's awakening. Pure, undeniable awakening. Imagine this. Someone aiming at where you stood 5 minutes ago, firing with confidence, celebrating, only to look up and realize you're already miles ahead, watching their failure in slow motion. That's what's happening now. They're launching attacks at a version of you that no longer exists. Their strategies were designed for the old you, the one who doubted, hesitated, questioned, over-explained. They built an entire system around controlling that version. But that version is gone. Ever ask yourself, why do their methods feel weaker now? Why am I seeing through people faster? Why do their games feel predictable? Because your awareness has stepped into a higher timeline. Because your nervous system no longer reacts the same way. Because your mind has outgrown their psychological tricks. Because your intuition is outrunning their entire operation. Your vision used to be linear, one step at a time. Now it's panoramic. You're catching angles they don't even realize they're exposing. You're recognizing patterns the moment they spark. You're predicting outcomes before they begin. And they can't stand it, because nothing terrifies a manipulator more than someone who sees the ending before the story starts. Imagine trying to trap someone who already sensed the cage hours before it was built. Imagine hunting someone whose awareness moves faster than your intention. Imagine aiming at a shadow while the real person is watching from above. Chosen one, your timeline has shifted. You're not where they think you are. You're not who they trained for. And that's why every attack misses. That's why every scheme backfires. That's why their confidence is collapsing. They're fighting yesterday's version of you, but you've already stepped into tomorrow. Number 11. The wisdom you weren't supposed to touch. They spent decades guarding doors you walked past without knocking. Nothing scares a secret society more than someone who learns the truth without being taught. Chosen one, this is their deepest panic point. It's not your strength, it's not your resilience, it's not even your survival. What truly terrifies them is the access you came in with. You are understanding principles they spent entire lifetimes trying to hide behind rank, ritual, secrecy, and hierarchy. They built a system of gates, and you walked through the walls like they were never there. Imagine this, a locked library with ancient knowledge sealed for initiates only. Lines of people waiting for permission, performing rituals, offering loyalty just to read a single page. And then you, calm, effortless, untouched by their rules, step in, open the book, and understand the entire chapter without assistance. You bypassed the very structure that kept them relevant. That's why they fear you. Not because you challenged the system, but because you made it irrelevant. Ever wonder, how do I understand things without being taught? Why do I see meanings others miss? Why do I grasp concepts instantly? Because your mind was wired differently from the beginning. Because your bloodline didn't need initiation. It came preloaded. Because the universe gave you access codes they can't duplicate. They spent years studying symbols, frequencies, behavioral patterns, psychological mechanics, and you're decoding them naturally without textbooks, teachers, or rituals. Their hierarchy collapses the moment someone like you appears, because your intelligence proves their entire structure was never about knowledge. It was about gatekeeping. Imagine a guard watching a door he believes protects the world's biggest secret, only to look up and see you already standing inside the room. No password, no favor, no permission. Chosen one, you didn't break their rules. You outgrew them, and that alone makes their entire establishment obsolete. Number 12. The judgment they feel just by knowing you exist. You didn't destroy their system. You made it collapse under its own lies. Your refusal was louder than any rebellion they ever feared. Chosen one, here's the truth that's choking them the hardest. You never started a war. You never stormed their gates. You never gathered an army or plotted their downfall. All you did was step back. You refused to play their game. You rejected their corruption. You stopped feeding their machine. And that one silent decision hit them harder than any attack ever could. Imagine this, a giant, ancient structure built on manipulation, secrets, and stolen power. Everyone inside believes the system is unbreakable until one person steps outside the walls. Suddenly, the entire structure shakes because the foundation wasn't power, it was participation. And the moment you walked away, you pulled out a piece they thought was replaceable, but it wasn't. You were the stability they pretended they didn't need. Ever wonder, how is my absence causing all this chaos? Why does everything fall apart when I'm no longer involved? Because your presence carried clarity they depended on, because your energy balanced corruption they couldn't control, because your awareness exposed cracks they tried to hide, because your refusal removed the illusion they used to survive. You didn't attack them, you revealed them. Imagine a room full of people wearing masks they've worn for decades. Everyone thinks the room is normal until one person walks in without one. Suddenly, every mask looks stupid, obvious, exposed. That person was you. Just by being authentic in a space built on deception, you turned the entire atmosphere radioactive for them. Your existence is the judgment. You don't need revenge. You don't need confrontation. You don't need to strike first. You simply stand outside their corruption, and the universe handles the rest. Their panic is not confusion. It's recognition. They know exactly why everything is collapsing. Chosen one, your power isn't in destroying systems. Your power is in making them collapse the second you stop feeding them. And now, Chosen One, you've seen exactly why their entire establishment is falling apart the moment you rise. Your awareness, your strength, your evolution is the judgment they never prepared for. And this is only the beginning of what the universe is revealing through you. If this message hit home, press the like button if you haven't already. And if you're still not part of our family, make sure to smash that subscribe button. Stay here, stay sharp, and stay unshakable, because your story is only getting louder.